Students, today I am going to discuss the topic Cauchy sequences. So, what is the Cauchy sequences? A sequence is said to be Cauchy sequence if for given epsilon greater than 0, however small, there exists a positive integer m depending on epsilon such that an minus am is less than epsilon for all n is greater than equals to m. Fine. The definition is almost same as the definition of the limit of a sequence. However, here is a difference. In place of the limit, here we have am. Fine. So here we are not having L. That means limit is not given to you. We have subtracted every term of the sequence from a particular term, mth term. M is fixed number. So we are getting a difference. So this difference is actually less than epsilon for all n greater than equals to m. This is the definition of a Cauchy sequence. Fine. So now here in particular, because here is this, we have first to somewhere we have m, then n plus 1, then m plus 2, then m plus 3 and so on. These are the index and then corresponding sequence term will be here. So here the first term is am, somewhere am, then am plus 1 will be the next term. So we are finding the difference. We are finding the difference, this difference on the real axis, this. So here we are finding the difference. If this difference is less than epsilon for any choice of n greater than equals to m, then we can say that sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Fine. Now alternately we can write down this as magnitude of n, because n is greater than m, greater than equals to m, and obviously a natural number. So its index will be, minimum value will be m plus 1, then m plus 2, m plus 3, m plus 4 and so on. So in general we can write down, we can replace this n by am plus p minus am less than epsilon, where p is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why p belongs to a natural number and p is greater than 0. Fine. Or we can take any arbitrary number, ap minus aq less than epsilon, where p and q both are greater than equals to m. So these are three alternate way to define a Cauchy sequence. Now we have theorem number 1 on Cauchy sequence. Every Cauchy sequence is bounded. So every Cauchy sequence is bounded. We have to prove this. So suppose a and b a Cauchy sequence, then by definition this, for any choice of epsilon we can find a positive integer m such that this condition holds. So now if particularly we can take epsilon is 1, then there exists a positive integer m such that an minus am is less than 1 for all n greater than equals to m. When you open this inequality and m is a fixed term, so am minus 1 is less than am plus 1 for all n greater than equals to m. So this inequality holds for all n greater than equals to m. That means the term from 1 to m minus 1, they may or may not satisfy this inequality. So for boundedness, because we want to prove that boundedness, we need for all n rather than n greater than equals to m. So we have to incorporate all those terms from 1 to m minus 1. So to incorporate all those terms, we have this way. So let us say though the exceptional terms are a1, a2, am minus 1, and then the minimum bound of this is this. Now take the minimum of this, which is denoted by small k. Similarly, these are the exceptional terms, and now the upper bound is am plus 1, and now find out the maximum, and this maximum is denoted by k. So we can say that an is now laying in between small k and capital K, and that's why an is bounded. We have already proved this type of we have strategy in previous theorem. Fine. So you can see all. So this is the boundedness, but the converse of the theorem is not true. Why? Because we have this sequence which is bounded by minus 1 and 1. all the terms is either 1 or minus 1, so that's why sequence is bounded. But this is not a Cauchy sequence, and we will prove this later on. We will prove this in an example later on. Fine. So this is not a Cauchy sequence. Fine. Now next theorem. Next theorem is Cauchy general principle of convergence. This is the Cauchy general principle of convergence. So to prove the convergence of a sequence, this is an alternate way on the real axis. If suppose you are having a sequence and you want to show that that sequence is convergent, so this is enough to show that sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Fine. So a sequence is convergent if and only if it is a Cauchy sequence. That means if sequence is convergent, then this will be a Cauchy sequence, and if sequence is a Cauchy sequence, then definitely sequence is a convergent sequence. We will prove this. Now the condition is necessary. Suppose sequence is a convergent sequence, then by the definition for a given epsilon there exists a positive integer m such that an minus l is less than, in place of epsilon we have taken epsilon by 2. So an minus l is less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than equals to m. This is equation number 1. Now this equation number 1 is valid for all n greater than equals to m. So this is also valid for n equal to m because equality holds. So just put n equal to m here, so we get this. Am minus l is less than epsilon by 2. This is equation number 2. Now we will, because what is our target? Our target is to show that this is a Cauchy sequence. That means we have to take this magnitude and we have to show that this is less than epsilon. So just take this magnitude an minus am. Now add and subtract l. So we get an minus l minus am minus l. Now apply triangle inequality. So this is less than equals to an minus l plus am minus l. This is less than epsilon by 2 from equation number 1. And this is less than epsilon by 2 from equation number 2. And since you are using equation number 1 and 2, so you have to impose this condition. So for all n greater than equals to m, and hence an minus am is less than epsilon for all n is greater than m, and that's why sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Now the converse part. So let an be a Cauchy sequence. Fine. Since this is a Cauchy sequence and we have proved that every Cauchy sequence is bounded. Here in previous theorem we have already proved this. Every Cauchy sequence is a bounded. So that's why this is a Cauchy sequence. So definitely this is a bounded sequence. And if this is a bounded sequence, then we have already proved in Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem for the sequences that if a sequence is bounded, then definitely there will be a limit point. So limit point is say L. Fine. Now our target is to show that, because what is our main target? We have assumed that sequence is Cauchy. We have to show that this sequence is a convergent sequence. Fine. So we have find one limit point. Now our target is to show that actually sequence converges to this limit point. हमें प्रूफ करना है कि जो सीक्वेंस है हमारा वो एक्चुअली इसी लिमिट पॉइंट पे कन्वर्ज कर रहा है. फाइन. सो दिस इज आवर टारगेट. Our target is show that an is tends to L. Now how to prove this? Since sequence is a Cauchy sequence, then by the definition of Cauchy sequence, for a given epsilon we can find a positive integer m such that an minus am magnitude is less than epsilon by 3. So here we have taken epsilon by 3. Fine. For all n is greater than equals to m. This is equation number 1. Now L is the limit point. We have already, because this is a Cauchy sequence, bounded sequence. This is a Cauchy sequence and hence bounded, and hence we have a limit point. So L is the limit point of n. Then, and what is the definition of limit point? Whenever you take the neighborhood of L, we are having infinitely many terms of the sequence. So every neighborhood of L contains infinitely many terms of the sequence, an. So this implies an belongs to the neighborhood. We have taken the neighborhood of L with radius epsilon by 3. So this neighborhood with radius epsilon by 3 contains infinitely many terms of an. So among all those terms, we have selected a term whose index is k. Fine. We have selected an index whose index is k, and this k is actually greater than m. Fine. This index is greater than m. Why we have selected this number? because in equation number 1 you will see that equation, because we will connect all those equations. So here n is greater than equals to m, so we have selected a number which is also greater than m, so that we can easily combine. Fine. So here we have selected a number k which is also greater than m, so that's why this number also satisfies equation number 1. Fine. So here k is greater than m, so this number ak belongs to this neighborhood. Fine, because this neighborhood contains infinitely many terms. We have selected only one term here among all those infinitely many terms whose index is k and greater than m. So ak belongs to L minus epsilon, L plus epsilon. So this can be rewritten as ak minus L, magnitude is less than epsilon by 3. This is equation number 3. Now what is our target? Our target is to show that an converges to L. So that's why we have to prove that an minus L is less than epsilon. So just selected this an minus L. Now add and subtract m as well as ak. So add and subtract am as well as ak. Fine. Now apply the triangle inequality. So this will be less than equal to an minus am plus am minus ak plus ak minus al. But this is less than epsilon by 3 from equation number 1, because this is a Cauchy sequence. Again our k is also greater than m and obviously satisfies equation number 1. So again from equation number 1, epsilon by 3 plus ak minus L from equation number 3, ak minus L is less than epsilon by. So this is from equation number 3 and this they are from equation number 1. Fine. So their sum is less than equal to epsilon, and since we have used equation number 1, 2 and 3, so that's why we are having this condition for all n is greater than equal to m. So an minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. So n converges to L. Fine. So this is the Cauchy convergence criteria. Here is a note: Cauchy convergence criteria uses terms of the sequence to decide the convergence of the sequence. तो यहाँ जो Cauchy convergence criteria है, इसमें क्या फर्क है? ये सीक्वेंस ये क्राइटेरिया किसी भी सीक्वेंस को कन्वर्जेंस प्रूफ करने के लिए उसकी टर्म्स का इस्तेमाल करता है, an माइनस am, जबकि जो डेफिनेशन है लिमिट की वो प्रूफ करने के लिए आपको L की जरूरत पड़ती है, यानी आपको लिमिट पहले बतानी पड़ती है कि ये इसकी लिमिट है, तब आपको एक नंबर ढूंढना पड़ता है. अगर वो नंबर मिल जाता है तो सीक्वेंस कन्वर्ज करता है, अदरवाइज नहीं करता. यहाँ ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ आपको सिर्फ उस सीक्वेंस की टर्म्स, किन्हीं भी दो टर्म्स का डिफरेंस ले लीजिए, अगर वो लेस देन एप्सिलॉन है तो सीक्वेंस जो है आपका कन्वर्ज करेगा. यू हैव टू जस्ट टेक द आर्बिट्रेरीली टू डिफरेंट टर्म्स ऑफ द सीक्वेंस. If the difference is less than epsilon, then definitely the sequence is a convergent, a Cauchy sequence. Fine. So this is the difference between a Cauchy criteria and the ordinary definition of a limit of a sequence. Fine. Now we will take these examples on the Cauchy sequences in the next video. Thank you.